Hi guys, this is again Professor Howard for another meaningful discussion on how to create your research paper. Today's topic would be all about how to create your methodology section. Okay guys, so nandito na tayo sa isa sa pinakamahirap na part ng pagsusulat ng research paper, which is writing the methodology. Medyo nahihirapan din ako paano bigkasin yung word na yun. Methodology. So writing the methodology. Ito yung mga procedures na sinusunod natin as we conducted our research. Okay, so let us start. So first is, what is methodology? Okay, so methodology in a simple definition, this is from Merriam-Webster Dictionary, is a particular procedure or set of procedures. Napakasimple lang. Kapag sinabi nating methodology, these are the procedures. Ito yung mga sinusunod nating mga tuntunin o sistema kapag tayo ay gumagawa ng research. Okay? So, yun yung methodology. So, what methodology section should contain? Ano ba dapat yung laman ng methodology? So, para mas organize yung isipan natin, let us discuss this one. So, yung section na ito, dapat meron siyang research design or approach, meron siyang sampling method, data collection method, and data analysis or data analysis procedure. Okay, so, yung mga didiscuss natin ngayon would only be brief previews of this research design, this sampling method, data collection method, and data analysis method. Because I will also discuss thoroughly specific, for example, sampling method. There are many, or there are different sampling methods. So I will create a separate vlog for this thing. So just for now, let us just discuss it briefly. But generally, ito yung dapat laman ng ating methodology. Okay. So, yung unahin na natin yung research design. Pero bago pala yan, I have here an example for you to look at. So, ito na yung final methodology section. This is a clear example of how you can create your methodology. Okay, so methodology, this research applied a triangulation method. In this example, the researchers are using both quantitative and qualitative method. It uses observation and descriptive methods. So, nilagay niya na lahat in the first sentences. So, when we say descriptive pala, meaning we are using questionnaire. Pag descriptive method yung data collection procedure, kasi yung ibig niyang sabihin in this observation descriptive method. So, the study applied direct or passive observation, meaning that the researcher here, if I'm not mistaken, is non-participant in the non-participant siya while conducting the observation. Okay, so in passive observation, the researcher has no influence on the students. So, yun. In the qualitative method, which is to collect and analyze the data. So the following sentences are the sentences that describe the first, or specifically the second sentence. Dinidescribe niya na isa-isa kung bakit quantitative, or anong ginawa niya sa observation pala, anong ginawa niya sa descriptive method, specifically when did the researcher use the qualitative method, and when did the researcher or researchers use the quantitative method. And you have here also the section na isusulat mo as part of the methodology, yung population ng sample, yung instrument kung may instrument man. But for qualitative, I don't really think na merong instrument na section na ilalagay dito, because in the qualitative, wala po tayong ginagawang questionnaire. Okay, as part of that example, we have here validity and reliability of the instruments. So, siyempre kapag gumagamit tayo ng questionnaire, dapat dumadaan yun sa validity reliability testing. So, ito din yung section na. And the data collection procedure, both quantitative and qualitative, dapat meron siyang ganitong part in the methodology section. And then the data analysis procedure, dito mo din i-explain kung anong procedure yung sinusunod mo or method na ginagamit mo, the data analysis. So, for here, primarily, gumagamit daw siya ng SPSS. It's a tool to analyze the data for quantitative, and we also can also use Microsoft Excel. So, kung qualitative naman, sasabihin mo naman dito kung paano mo ina-analyze yung mga data or yung mga information na nakuha mo. So, that is how you can create your own methodology section. Okay, so, going back, so, as I was saying, yung methodology section, dapat mag-contain siya ng 4 na to. So, let us discuss each of them briefly. So, yung research design, na may dalawang type ng research design. It could be qualitative research and quantitative research. But specifically, maraming o iba't iba ang type ng qualitative research at iba't iba yung type ng quantitative research. For today, we'll not be dealing too much about quantitative research because for now, I am teaching qualitative research and next sem pa ako magtuturo ng quantitative research. But after this vlog about qualitative research, I will be discussing also things, specifically yung data analysis ng quantitative research. So, briefly, yung quantitative research, it could be correlation research, it could be yung tinatawag nating survey research, okay? Those are types of quantitative research. But now, let us focus on qualitative research. Yung qualitative research, these are the most common type of research design for qualitative. So, meron tayong ethnography, meron tayong narrative inquiry, at meron tayong phenomenological, and meron din tayong grounded theory. Sasabihin ko na lang na itong grounded theory follows a very different rule in analyzing its data. Different from this. Very different from this three. So I will also create another vlog for this topic. So, but for now, let us recognize each of these 4. So I have here a table. So this is the method. I have here 5. I also include already the case study, although I only listed this in the previous slide yung 4, but consider it a bonus na meron ditong case study. Okay, so we have here the different methods, yung ethnography, narrative inquiry, phenomenological, grounded theory, tsaka case study. So yung focus ng ethnography is the context or culture. Kasi from the word ethnic or ethnicity, it focuses on customs, cultures, yung mga traditions. It's a say about yung you are very particular about a particular race. Yun lang talaga yung gusto mong i-research about particularly their culture. So that is ethnography. Yung sample size niya, according to this site, sample size niya is unknown. Of course, because hindi naman natin pwede pang hindi natin ma-determine unless nandoon na tayo sa culture bago natin ma-decide kung anong sample size niya. So the data collection, however, it could be done through observation and interviews, especially itong observation. And we have here narrative inquiry. Kapag sinabi natin narrative inquiry, it focuses on the stories. Yun yung gusto mong makuha when you are researching about this. And we have here yung focus niya, so I was saying, the individual experience. Of course, dun mo makukuha yung story. You are going to ask about the individual experience and you will organize that into a sequential way. And the sample size pwedeng 1 to 2 lang. Kasi, for example, you are searching about the history of a certain landmark. And you are asking for people's knowledge about that. So, yung individual experience ng mga tao yun, pwede mo na kasing makuha from 1 to 2 persons yon. But, of course, if you are still, sabihin na natin, hindi ka pa, kung baga doubtful ka pa sa 1 to 2, you can still add. It's still your decision kung gaano karami ang sample size. So we have here data collection for that one is the stories from individuals and documents. And we have phenomenological. Yung pinaka-focus niya is of course to get the information from people who have experienced a phenomenon or a situation. Let's just say a phenomenon about yung addiction sa Mobile Legends. So that is could be considered phenomenological. Yung gusto mong malaman is about their experiences about that addiction in Mobile Legend. And we have here sample size, medyo marami-rami na, 5 to 25 because you are to analyze information to come up with a good definition of that phenomenon. Okay? So you can get that through interview. It would be enough. Okay? So grounded theory, however, so yung pinaka-focus niya is of course you are developing a theory from grounded. Bakit grounded? Because it is based of course sa makukuha mong data sa mga participants under your research. Kaya siya grounded theory. Okay. Sample size, mas lalong marami kasi you need to come up with a very credible na data analysis para ma-prove, hindi naman talaga ma-prove, para may credible na basihan yung paggawa mo ng theory. So you can get the data through an interview, tapos you will analyze that using Open and Excel coding. And lastly, yung sinasabi kong bonus is the case study. Kapag sinabi natin case study, yung focus niya is of course yung organization, yung entity, individual or event. It is focus actually yung issues about organization, issue about entity. Okay? So from the word case study, you are studying about a certain case. Okay? It could be case about organization, entity. Okay, so you can get the data through interviews, documents, reports, or observations. So sample size, of course, is still unknown because it would depend sa case na ni-investigate mo. Okay, so let us go back to the methodology section. So tapos tayo sa mga research design. Punta naman tayo sa mga sampling method. So yung sampling method ay merong dalawang type. Meron tayong probability sampling tsaka non-probability sampling. So anong ibig sabihin kapag sinabi natin probability sampling? Okay, so probability sampling is a sampling technique in which sample from a large population are chosen to represent that whole population. Okay, para mas klaro, let me give you an example. Your participants, sabihin na lang natin 100 na participants, kukuha ka lamang ng 50 participants. Ibig sabihin yung 50 participants are the representative ng 100%. Sila yung magre-represent. Yun yung probability sampling. Ibig sabihin, yun sila yung magbibigay ng pag-represent sa buong 100%. Okay, that is probability sampling. Ganun lang sa simple, although the different sampling methods under probability sampling, marami pa. Okay, so later on we will discuss those things. Okay, so non-probability sampling naman na tayo. So, anong ibig sabihin ng non-probability sampling? Okay, so non-probability sampling is a sampling technique that may or may not represent the entire population accurately. So, kung yung probability sampling, kumukuha siya ng sample from the 100% of the population. Yung non-probability sampling, wala siyang ganon. Ibig sabihin, it could be based on the researcher's bias. Example, kung nagre-research ka about yung anong meaning ng pagiging sikat para sa mga taong sikat na. So, of course, yung i-interview mo would be yung mga sikat na tao lamang. So, that is an example of non-probability sampling. So, researchers bias po yon. So, that is non-probability sampling. So, after that brief discussion about sampling method, we have here data collection method. Paano natin kinukulik yung mga data? So, we have for qualitative tayo, nakafocus tayo sa qualitative ngayon. So, data collection method ng qualitative is meron tayong 4, although marami pong iba pang paraan other than this 4. So, but for now, ito lang muna. So observation, yung documents, interviews, saka focus group discussion are the most popular way in how to collect data for qualitative research. So let us first discuss about observation. Okay, what is observation? Pag sinabi natin observation, the researcher in the situation gets close enough to study subjects to observe with or without participation. Pwede na participant siya in that situation or non-participant siya, nakatayo lamang siya at talagang nag-o-observe siya, hindi siya sumasali sa kung anong activity yung ginagawa ng kanyang mga subjects or participants. This is, pag sinabi natin observation, yung purpose kasi ng o-observe is to understand what people say and do or to gain knowledge about the subjects. Dapat lang natin tandaan kapag nagre-research tayo, kung research question natin is about the challenges, let's just say example, the challenges of students or challenges of teachers in teaching mathematics. Dapat kapag nag-o-observe tayo, yung ino-obserbahan natin, nakafocus tayo sa kung ano yung mga challenges na nai-encounter ng ating subject. So kung role naman, dapat nakafocus din yung ating pag-o-observe sa role na may papakita ng either verbal or non-verbal language ng ating ino-obserbahan. And remember yung term kapag sinabi nating observation, yung tinatawag na Hawthorne effect. Kapag nag-o-observe tayo, merong chances na yung ino-obserbahan natin dahil alam nilang may nag-o-obserba sa kanila, imbes na yung makuha mong information are natural language or natural gesture nila, hindi mo makukuha kasi they have this knowledge na may nag-o-obserba sa atin, kaya hindi na nagiging natural yung ating pagkukuha ng information dahil na din sa kanilang hindi natural na pag-act o pagkikilos. Okay, but meron pa din namang solusyon para dyan, and later on as we go along with this different series of vlogs, I will tell you how. Okay, so observation. So that is about observation. So documents naman tayo. So kapag sinabing documents, malaking gamit ito sa paggawa ng qualitative because these are other sources of information that may contain relevant information about the subject or participants, such as records, birth certificates, and other written works. Okay, for example, you are researching about academic performance. So kinakailangan mo ding tingnan yung academic record ng yung sample. And then you are going to triangulate that. May tinatawag kasi tayong data triangulation. Yung compare and contrast natin yung iba't ibang sources na nakuha natin. It could be from the interview and then the observation and then this from the documents. Okay? So that is about documents. Okay, so we have here interviews. So kapag sinabi natin interviews, we are or the researcher is involved or this particular procedure involves asking questions, listening to and recording answers. Dapat nating tandaan kapag nag-i-interview, especially kapag mabilis magsalita yung ini-interview natin, kinakailangan meron tayong recorder. Kasi kapag wala tayong recorder, it could happen na hindi natin makuha yung mga important na mga information from the interviewee. Okay? It could be the interviews can be done either sa individual or group, although we have this so-called focus group discussion. So, in-emphasize ko dito yung structured, semi-structured, or unstructured format. Kasi, our interviews, although sa qualitative hindi tayo gumagawa ng questionnaire, but we can prepare questions. Yung structured, ibig sabihin, yung mga questions mo, talagang systematic na hindi ka gagawa ng iba pang mga question other than what you already listed or prepared. Pag semi-structured naman, you prepared already set of questions, pero the need arises, pwede ka pa rin gumawa or you are allowing yourself na gumawa ng ibang question. Yun yung semi-structured. But kapag sinabing unstructured, talagang napakagaling mong researcher kahit wala kang set of questions. So, tatanong ka at magtatanong. Okay, so that is unstructured. This is about interviews. So how can you conduct interviews? we have here examples of type of questioning. Ito yung task, demonstration, role-playing, sequence, specific example, peer comparison, project ahead, and look back and exhaustive list. So, sa task, ito, example, can you show me how you would create a lesson plan? So, of course, pinapagawa mo yung interview mo. We have here, demonstration, yung ni-interview mo, inuuntusan mo na ito, show me how you would advise someone to use this web tool. Okay, pwede din yan. Role-playing, sasabihin mo sa kanya, just to get more information, pwede mo itong gawin while interviewing. Just as long as it's appropriate in the research problem that you are investigating. Ito, role-playing, I'll be the student and you be the advisor. Show me how you would respond. Ito, sequence, walk me through a typical day at your school para malaman mo yung sequence ng kanyang buhay. And then we also have here a specific example. What did you change based on your last assessment? Okay? Para magbigay siya ng example. So, ganun yung pagtatanong mo. Then, peer comparison. So, how do others teachers do it? Okay? And then, project ahead or look back. Yung tatanong ka ng parang futuristic or it could be tatawag niya throwback. Then, what do you think teaching will be like in 5 years? How has it changed from a year ago? And we have exhaustive list. What are all the things you use when you create a lesson plan? Okay, so parami siyang sasagot kaya sa exhaustive list, nakakapagod. Parang ganun yung ibig sabihin niya. At marami siyang ililista. Okay, so that is all about interview. Okay, in the last data collection method, pwede tayong gumamit ng focus group discussion. Ano naman tong focus group discussion? Focus, kapag sinabi natin focus, guided by set of questions and interactive session with a group small enough, maliit lang na group, small enough for everyone to have a chance to talk at kinakailangan ding meron kang recorder kapag nagawa mo to, and large enough to provide diversity of opinions, or in short, it should be enough lang yung size ng o dami ng iyong group na i-undergo sa focus group discussion. Okay, so that is about focus group discussion. Para ka ding nag-i-interview, only that hindi isang tao yung ini-interview mo, but isang buong grupo. So again, small enough for everyone to have a chance to talk and large enough to provide diversity of opinions. Okay, so that is about data collection method. So we are on the last thing or element na dapat nasa methodology section, which is data analysis method, and I will also discuss here the different types of data analysis method, syempre naman. So data analysis method, we have here for qualitative, content analysis, narrative analysis, discourse analysis, grounded theory, and conversation analysis. Okay, we only have 5 here, pero kung mag-browse kayo sa internet, marami pa kayong mahanap. So, content analysis, briefly discuss natin siya. So, again, baka nagtataka kayo bakit yung pagdi-discuss natin dito is medyo, or hindi medyo, napaka-brief lang in each of these different types, kahit yung kanina, because our aim here is only to know what should be written in the methodology section. So, dinidiscuss na lang natin briefly. Consider this an introductory or introduction for a more specific research for this specific topics. Okay. So, content analysis, narrative analysis, discourse analysis, conversation analysis. Okay, kapag sinabi natin content analysis, used to determine the presence of certain words, themes, or concept. Yung ina-analyze natin, yung words, themes, or concepts. Ito yung pinaka-usual way kapag gumagawa tayo ng qualitative. We're looking for patterns, themes, ina-categorize natin. So, yun yung content analysis. Pero yung narrative analysis, however, yung focus mo is to come up with stories or to interpret stories, so that you can come up with a good and solid story. And then, discourse analysis naman, yung pinaka-focus niya is ina-analyze na yung kung paano yung language ginagamit in real life situation. Okay, that is discourse analysis. From discourse, ibig sabihin yung focus mo, yung language nila, paano siya ginagamit, how language is used. And the last two would be, of course, the grounded theory. Meron siyang pina-follow actually na procedure. Yung eggshell tsaka open coding is part of it. So, yung grounded theory, as I was saying, meron siyang specific na pina-follow na data analysis, which is this grounded theory analysis. Construction of theory, yung ginagawa niya or aim niya in analyzing. And then conversation analysis, yung study niya is nakafocus sa social interaction. It's halos magkapareho sila nung kanina, yung narrative or discourse analysis, but only yung focus niya is yung social interaction. Okay? So, we have discussed all of these things, yung apat na to, and rest assured, you can expect me to discuss each of those topics thoroughly in the future. Okay? So, for now, before ending this vlog, napaka-importante na sagutin natin itong $1 million question. How to write the methodology section. Napakadali lang po isulat ang methodology section. To write it, just refer to the following questions na hinanda ko as your guide. So, yung mga sagot dito, ito yung isusulat natin sa methodology section. Okay? Entiende? So, first is what research design or approaches use. So, pag masagot mo na yan, yun yung susulat mo sa yung research paper in the methodology section. Tapos, how were the participants selected? Yung sampling method na ginamit. And then, how was the data collected? Ano ba? Interview ba? Observation? Etc. And how was the data analyzed? Anong data analysis procedure yung ginamit mo? And remember, pagkasagot mo, include also, I have here the note, after answering each questions, make sure to include explanation of why such procedures were applied in connection sa kung anong research problem mo. Bakit ganyan yung sampling method na ginamit mo? Okay? And for instance, okay, so